Volcanoes. This will bring Hong Kong to a standstill. Manila already been to a standstill. You've seen the traffic there. Saturday afternoon's no good. But they'll be watching on phones. They'll be listening on the radio. They'll be sending pigeons with score updates.
Smoke signals. So we're just standing by for that game. 3 games left today. If you're joining us from Hong Kong and the Philippines, hello. After this, we've got China versus the UAE, and then we'll wrap up today with Japan versus Sri Lanka. And that'll be it for day 1. Already been some good rugby in this tournament. It's going to get very spicy tomorrow.
You're anticipating some real work going down tomorrow, aren't we? Some real hot work.
That's right, 3 rounds tomorrow. 1 round pool play and then straight into the semi-finals. Top 4, bottom 4. Here we go then. Get ready, everybody. Hong Kong versus the Philippines. Earlier today, Hong Kong 62-0 over Chinese Taipei. The Philippines going down in a good battle against Korea by 33 points to 19. Look at the names there. If you know Hong Kong Sevens, you'll know all those names. Some very big names of Hong Kong Sevens. A lot of talent. These players have been around for quite a while. Look for Jamie Hood and Russ Webb to run the affairs. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, we saw some big hard running from blokes like Tommy Gilbert, Rob Fogarty. They've got some gas as well. So they'll push Hong Kong, but can they push them all the way? Big game tomorrow between Hong Kong and Korea to decide this group, maybe. Depends on the outcome of this game, of course. Philippines have just looked better and better every time we've seen them over the last 3 or 4 seasons, from the Olympic qualifiers 4 years ago at the Hong Kong Stadium, where they had one of their first sort of debut appearances at the top level. That's a mistake straight away. Hugo Styles gets on the gas, fires a bullet at Hood, gives it to Bako. He's got Coverdale looming up outside of him. Good work by the forwards on the flank there, and Hood decides to take on the defence. Yu Kam Shing now pops one out to Styles. It's a difficult one for Webb. Has to slow down a little, take it. Yu Kam Shing nearly gets away. Nick Robertson takes him down low, just gets a couple of fingers on him. Here's Coverdale, slips out of the first one, pops it up. They're queuing up here. Boko soldiers forward under the attentions of Tommy Gilbert. The arm is out. Coverdale releases it. Max Woodward, they're letting it sing here. Yu Kam Shing, he'll put the gas on. Great tackle coming in from Rob Fogarty. Max Woodward, the show, the go, and he goes full on into Tim Berry, who takes him down well. Philippines defence on point at the moment. Coverdale with a little bit of footwork. Charges back into Luke Smith and Nick Robertson. Styles looking for something to open up here, and if Hood can unlock it, if anyone can, Hood can. Can Woodward get on the outside? Another good tackle from Berry, and they're out. So how about that from the Volcanoes, Jed? They've been tested, and they've passed the test.
Well, yeah, good ticker really at the end of the day, isn't it? Hong Kong throwing Philippines right up on the rack and hitting the button on them early. But the Volcanoes able to keep their cool. Great work from Tim Berry, wasn't it? He slapped away the potential fiend. Here's Coverdale.
They've won it against the throat. Coverdale. Woodward that close. He's got those massive quads and he powers over. And still the defence came flying in at him. So Hong Kong get across the chalk finally. Good work after stealing that line out from the Volcanoes. Second try of the series for Big Max.
Good patience, boys. James, you got a grip pick? Yeah. What's the next play?
Important kick to come here for Russ Webb. A try from Woodward. Here he goes. And from this range, yeah, far too tough to stop. They got onto him, but they couldn't hold him. They just could not hold him.
Hernandez did well there to get out of that ruck and take him low. Did all he could. So
he's coming off a very interesting season. Played for North Shore in the North Harbour competition in New Zealand.
Is that so?
In the Premier 2 final. Could be part of the Philippines' strategy to move ahead. Shoving some lads down to New Zealand. Who knows? Great ball movement here, though, from the Volcanoes.
Ooh. Here goes Jerome Rudder. Takes Woodward front on, and somehow that went backwards, says the referee, and it's a little bit messy, but quick line out thrown by Russ Webb. He hoys that one inside to Hood. Hood sizes up the situation, sees there's a little bit of an overlap on the outside there. This time Woodward gets the foot out. Rudder cleans him up. Hood swoops in, probes one side, decides it's not on. Styles with that little spinny roundy thing that he does. Spied by Joe Rokathoko. Webb with a bit of goose. Hernandez got a turn now and chase after Kam Shing, but the big man won't catch Kam Shing. And an easy finish, relatively, for the Tigers flyer. And he's got the new hairstyle this summer. That's ripe for a bit of a headband, you would think.
Well, Reece Webb, good work around the edge of the breakdown. Understood where the space was. And if you give this guy room to move, that's pretty much what will happen every time at Coconut. Paul Johns, he's pulled the long stick on the Philippines here. That's a poster.
Team manager with the clipboard there. Martin Kibble as well. There's no one better with a clipboard than Martin Kibble. Not even Richard Cook can claim that title.
Makes it look like a genuine bit of kit, doesn't he?
Webb with the restart. Philippines defuse it. They've done well here to exit that one. It was right on the money. Here's Rudder. Stands up in the tackle. Hernandez gets away from one. Wants to show Kam Shing that he's got a few moves as well. Rudder nearly knocks that on. Does well to bat it back. Fogarty sends it back in field. Here's Nick Robertson. Steps off the right twice. Lovely bit of footwork. Really stretches Hernandez' hammies on that one. Webb's in there, Hood's in there, and they do get the turnover. Boco's way off the mark. Styles takes it. Philippines struggling to get back to 10, and the two young men, Webb and Styles, work their way downfield. The old man, Kam Shing, now on. Styles gets absolutely munted there by Rob Fogarty. Lined him up nicely. Still they keep going. Boco. Bounce past there, and that's come off Woodward's hand, surely, yes. So good D from the Volcanoes there.
Well, you don't want to be a standing target for these Philippine guys here. They will quite happily mow you down. Good physical encounter, though, for Hong Kong. Exactly what they're needing, I would think. You can see the structures, though, that Hong Kong run. Very well drilled. When they're in matchups like this, you see some of their best rugby. I think maybe the last time these two teams got together, there was a bit of a heart and mouth situation, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's right. Over in Sri Lanka, maybe. Go then into the final moments of this first half, and the blue line comes up strong. Rudder. This Rob Fogarty is a physical specimen. This time tackled well. Ball by Boco. They've got to go 90 metres if they want a couple of points at the end of this game. They're offside, they play advantage. Luke Smith takes it back the other way.
Good to see them put this boy runner in a bit of space. I think he might have some wheels.
And here he goes, you've got your wish. Sorry, that's not him, that's Robertson. He scoots in, beats one, pops it up on the side to Boyheni. He's not going to be caught, is he? No, he's heading around for the posts. And they finish after the hooter. Woodward comes in with a desperate tackle. And that's a beauty from the Volcanoes. They found it, they worked it there, and they've been rewarded for their endeavours. First try of the series for Big Timothy. Right next to the post, so it could be 10-7 at half time. UCam Shing gassed there.
Good finish to the half, put some pressure straight back in to Hong Kong's court. As a result, at the end of the half, they really didn't want to see, I don't think, Hong Kong. All that grind and effort to only be up 10 points to 0, 2 tries to 1.
Here we have it, 10 points to 5 there, fighting back at the last minute. A lot of players on the bench here, guys like Tom McQueen, Jack Neville, Toby Fenn, Lee Jones. It's a lot of experience to come off the bench. Still guys like Max Denmark, Seb Bryan, Alex McQueen, not part of the squad for this leg anyway. Hong Kong Premiership kicking off next week, Saturday the 7th of September with the Challenge Trophy after 6 months of summer. Everyone will be looking forward to that in Hong Kong anyway. Like Kadu Lee is taking the field after the half, as is Lee Jones. So a couple of changes for Hong Kong. Philippines, if they can get something going here early in the second half and maybe give Hong Kong a little bit of a scare. They finished up second and third on the ladder last year. Hong Kong with 30 points, Philippines with 19.
Captain. Captain. Captain, Philippines.
They didn't really meet up in any knockout matches, any playoff matches right at the end last season. Here they go then. Russ Webb gets it up nice and high, and look at that from Boko, the athleticism of the big Hong Kong Scottish forward. Yu Kam Shing has a look, and they've been caught napping around the blind. That's sharp work from Yu. And he finishes that one off nicely, and that's good. Experienced play there from Yu Kam Shing there. Second try of this match, and poorly marked up by the Volcanoes perhaps, and exploited.
Yeah, good strike, wasn't it, from Hong Kong? And look at the bench, they're roaring to go. Class performer is Kane Bako. How many times has this bloke made it across the line for Hong Kong?
And that's the look of a happy man. Working on the guns. Seems to have been around for so long. Guys like Yu Kam Shing and the McQueens, must be 10 years or so. Lee Jones. Russ Webb again. That's high and mighty. Boko gets another shot at it. Can't quite get up for that one. So now Philippines trailing by 10 points. They got to score next here. They've shown that they can do it if they can work the space. Boheni takes on Kadu Lee there. Big man on small man, and Lee does well to contain them for the cavalry to arrive. Hood wants to go quick. The playmakers Kadu Lee, Webb and Lee are all on song here, and Lee Jones leaves that one behind. Rare mistake from Jones.
He'll be less than impressed with himself. Pretty cool operator though. Lee Jones, one of the men from New Zealand who's taken the passport option to represent Hong Kong.
Proud son of Hautapu Rugby Club, as is Luke Jacobson. Hautapu player with one All Black cap named in the World Cup squad. Produced a lot of great players from Hautapu. Here they come, Philippines, with 100 to go. Jack Neville's on there. He's a terrier. And this is gutsy stuff from the Volcanoes. They've got to try it. Boheni now just runs straight into Coverdale. Over the top comes Boko, the two forwards cleaning up. Jones and Neville collaborate to stop them under the posts. Not really going anywhere at the moment. Boko with the tackle, tries to turn him.
It's good work by the Philippines though. They're trying to work Hong Kong around, but the defensive response has been pretty outstanding from Hong Kong. The shape is excellent.
And Boheni there with a couple of movements. Throw that between his legs. Luckily, the whistle had gone. It looked a bit shady. Here comes Tim Berry. Really struggling just to break this first line of defence here. Here's Harry Morris.
They've got to find the pace here somewhere, the Philippines.
Here we go.
There
There's the line break.
Is this
Rodriguez. He knows he's not going to beat Yu Kam Shing, so he stalls and throws up a rugby league pass on the inside and couldn't quite float it into the right place. Well cleaned up from Boko, who was tracking back. And now they'll just wait. Hood's out there and he's got Kadu Lee with him. Jack Neville might have a probe on the blind. No, gives it to Jones. And they soaked up all that pressure. Rodriguez could have done more with that, probably. Boko takes it to the ground. About 3 minutes remaining in the second half. Kadu Lee now puts the foot on the gas, takes the line on. And that could be a turnover. No. Tackler going off his feet.
Well, if anything, it just looks maybe the Philippines are a little bit short for pace out there at the moment. There were some gaps out there. They could have really stretched Hong Kong if they'd been able to go sideline to sideline, but it wasn't to be. Tommy Gilbert gets offered a chair. To be fair, he deserves it. He's been one of the finest there for the Philippines in the outings that we've watched today. Tom McQueen. Well, he's part Magic Man, isn't he? That's McQueen boy.
Part rugby player, part pilot, part voodoo magic man. Indeed, here he is coming up on the outside with Neville. There he is trying to get an intercept.
That's good work. That's good work. Is that Robinson that put the body on the line there?
Berry's in there too and they win it back. Still trailing by the 10. Toby Fenn's on there in 4. Look at him go. He's got a lock on that ball. Boheni's not going to get that out very quickly. Jones comes in to help the two Valley men. And Fenn's done the job, of course. Neville now, like he likes to do, get on the front foot, probe the line, covered out, tries to step out of one. He does, he wriggles free. Neville's there again. He tries to scoot straight down the middle. They try and hold him up and they fling him back a metre. It's there for Coverdale. Surely he'll reach out, and that's a good grind from the forwards there. They've done that the hard way down Channel 1. And that could put it safe for Hong Kong here. First try of the series for Mike Coverdale.
Well, Hong Kong has just bludgeoned the Philippines. They've given them no real respite at all. Mike Coverdale. Well, he's got some motor, this boy, mate. He can just keep going and going and going.
Hood hits the woodwork from straight out in front almost. Boko gets a rest. Him and Yu Cam Shing have put in a shift. So it's 20 points to 5. Jamie Hood can't quite get at the 10 metres. That's something rare for him. Prides himself on his restarts. Boheni fires a massive pass in field, and arcing up comes the blue line. Taking it on is Luke Smith, who's the son of Jez Smith, who played in the Valley side a generation ago. Late 80s, maybe early mid-90s. Hooters gone is De Castro's on the field in 11, and look at the energy coming in there from Rudder. The game is gone, but there's a dodgy it's all over the place. It's one of those real difficult bounces, and McQueen throws him over the side to bring this match to an end today for these two sides. Not a walkover by any means, 20 points to 5.
Yeah, but a good performance nonetheless, I think, from Hong Kong. They just suffocated the Philippines, who seemed to lack for maybe another playmaker to create some trouble in the middle for Hong Kong, or at least try and give them something to worry about. So they seem to be a little bit deficient there, the Philippines. And then they've got pacemen like Rudder. He wasn't available, he wasn't on the park, so we'll be reviewing that tape with a bit of interest, I think. Hong Kong, though, hats off to them. Kept the ship steady. Got the job done. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be a beauty.